The journey to the perfect holiday centerpiece began centuries ago. The modern Christmas tree tradition originated in Germany, evolving from the medieval paradise tree, a fir tree hung with apples that represented the Garden of Eden in plays performed on Christmas Eve. As early as 1510, records from Riga, Latvia, show local merchants decorating a tree with artificial roses, dancing around it, and then setting it ablaze. This German tradition of indoor evergreen decoration in the 16th century evolved into the Christmas tree we know today. The quest for an everlasting tree led to early artificial versions, beginning with simple feather trees in the late 19th century, and later trees made of animal bristles. Surprisingly, the modern design for the artificial tree actually comes from a toilet brush. In the late 1940s, engineers adapted their brush-making machinery to form nylon bristles into pine-like branches. By the 1960s, manufacturers had adopted PVC plastic, which created softer and more realistic needles. The production of these massive artificial trees starts with a steel skeleton. Workers cut long metal tubes into smaller sections, shape them by hand, and weld them together to form the main trunk and branch arms. The entire framework is then prepped with a coating of polyester powder that is baked on, creating a durable, tough finish. The leaves begin as large rolls of flat green PVC plastic. A cutting machine slices the sheets into strips. And another set of blades shreds the plastic into thin strands. A needle-like configuration that leaves a solid spine at the center. To form a branch, streams of the fringed green PVC and a strip of brown PVC travel over control guides, merging with a steel wire. A machine spins the wire and plastic strands together, locking the needles in place. The brown strip lands at the core, creating the illusion of a realistic stem among the needles. This twisting technology turns out a continuous supply of artificial greenery, which is then sliced to the correct length. For snow-tipped branches, the machine twists the needles and then frosts them with a spray of white latex paint. Assembly begins as workers use ring fasteners to crimp the artificial foliage together into tightly knit bundles or panels. These bundles are then attached to the steel frame, often using pneumatic fasteners, and the main trunk is wrapped with shredded PVC for a fuller look. For pre-lit models, the lights are strung and checked by technicians who plug them in to ensure every bulb works, as changing a bulb after a multi-story tree has been erected is difficult. Sometimes, ornaments are also wired to the branches to save the customer time. Finally, the tree is shaped. Workers open every branch, fluff out the needles, and adjust the angles so the tree looks even on all sides. After everything looks right, the tree is folded down, tied, placed into a box, and sent for shipping. While growing a real tree this size would take many years, the factory process allows an artificial tree to come together in just one day. It is truly difficult to surpass the spectacular glitter and mesmerizing glow emanating from finely crafted glass Christmas ornaments. For countless individuals, the holiday pine, the focal point of the festive season, simply would not achieve its full splendor without these dazzling decorations adorning its branches. The invention of these fragile treasures dates back to the 19th century. The glassmaking process commences with a section of clear glass cylinder. The glassmaker carefully heats and fires the wider end of the cylinder until it softens and becomes perfectly malleable. With precise skill, the artisan blows into the pipe end, stretching and expanding the now supple glass into the fundamental rounded shape of a classic bauble ornament. For more complex figures, glass tubes that are more bulbous at the center are selected. This bulbous section is fired and softened, and the glassmaker blows forcefully to expand it into a preformed bubble. This bubble is then immediately placed into the prepared metal mold, and the artisan blows extra hard. The heated glass quickly expands into every minute crevice of the mold, such as that of a detailed snowman. The glassmaker uses a focused torch to carefully burn off one of the blowpipe ends. For figurines such as the snowman, the torch is precisely aimed at features like the nose, which is then delicately pulled out to achieve its distinct protrusion. Because a rapid cooldown would instantly shatter these delicate creations, the artisan must gradually lower the ornament's temperature using a gentler, less intense flame. This critical blowing and molding of glass figurines must be executed as quick work. The glassmaker has only a fleeting window of a few seconds to complete the intricate job before the glass becomes too cold and stiff to be shaped any further. The shaped ornaments next head down the line to receive their signature inner brilliance, an inside job designed to give them maximum shine. A generous amount of silvering solution is poured into the baubles through the narrow stem. The bauble is then dipped into a bath of warm water, a crucial step that activates the silvering chemicals. Vigorous shaking of the ornament accelerates this chemical reaction, and the glassmaker meticulously swirls the liquid around to ensure the entire interior surface is completely and evenly coated. A final dip ensures this bauble achieves a flawless mirror finish. If we need to make that yummiest jam, we probably should focus on the healthy growth of the fruits. This matter is set under a strict guide, but yeah, giving those pots the healthier and fluffy mud with the precise amount of materials. Robots start at the bottom by planting strawberry plants in containers or pouches. Water is essential, so they water each pot carefully to keep the strawberries happy and hydrated. When the strawberries grow big and red, it's time to pick them. For this purpose, a gigantic robot activates its clutches to delicately pick the ripened strawberry only. Since they're on different levels, it's easy to reach and pluck the delicious berries. This entire automation is so beautiful and satisfying. How these robots peculiarly pick up the strawberry from the stem and cut it without harming it. In botanical terms, berries have their seeds inside the flesh, but strawberry seeds are on the outside, so they aren't considered a true berry. Those fresh strawberries have arrived at their final destination, and here they will get even royal treatment. Just a little stop for a weight check. Once they make sure the demanded number of strawberries has arrived, they take them to the sorting units. Keeping you in mind, they're going to take a slack of strawberries for a manual check, and make sure that only good quality strawberries are going further. Once they're sure of that, they let them pass on until they reach safe hands. People are going to place each strawberry in a mold for game-changing results. These robots automatically detect the green hull of a strawberry and beautifully just remove it without harming any other inch of the fruit. This is mind-blowing. Everything is under mechanical control. Strawberries grow close to the ground, making them more susceptible to dirt, sand, and even tiny insects. The first wash, often a combination of water and little vibrations, removes these surface impurities. But fruits and veggies like these need another bath too. That's why they're giving them the second wash, often involving specialized sprays or misting with solutions like chlorine dioxide, which takes care of the tougher particles like pesticide residues and bacteria. This double-troubled approach ensures the strawberries are as clean and safe as possible. These fresh strawberries are now put into containers. That's how you get the true and fresh flavor of frozen strawberries, straight from farms to your plate. They are packed and firmly sealed to lock the pulpy fruit inside the food-grade containers. Secondly, they use some of the frozen strawberries to make that glittery, yummy strawberry jam. All these frozen berries are put into carriers to take them to the next stop, which is to load them into a container to add further ingredients. As the strawberries are loaded, now it's time to add further ingredients like sugar. They make sure the jam looks good, tastes good, and has the perfect texture. Once the handsome amount of sugar is poured, they need to control those figures and machines' capabilities by playing with some important buttons. The hot water tub is ready for these beautiful entities to enter and get bathed in the sweet syrup. Once all the pulp comes to mix in that syrup, they put that material through sieves. This is important to give you that pulpless, smooth, jiggly jelly jam. Mixing and more mixing, everything is heated up in big pots or machines to make the strawberries blend and taste awesome. A special thing called pectin is added to make the jam just the right thickness. It's time to cook the material until it reaches its perfect texture. He is going to test the jam base if it's ready or needs to be cooked more, and yeah, it's good to go. Now, the final process begins to churn the mixture to add a little more smoothness and to cool it side by side. It's like letting the flavors and texture settle and become best friends before they get packed into jars. Here we go, the whole warm jam base is ready. That creamy smooth flow of my favorite jam, it's driving me crazy. Time to pour that base and lock it in the jars. For that, these empty and starving bottles arrive that are first neatly organized properly. The jam is carefully poured into jars all by itself. This process is usually automated in factories with machines making sure each jar gets the right amount of fruity goodness. Here we reach the sealing stage where lots of lids are first picked in a proper style, which is beautifully conveyed to a roller coaster sort of belt. And finally to the sealing section where machines tightly seal the jars with lids. all those bottles are washed after being tightly sealed so that whatever sweetness remains on the outer side of the jars will be bathed away. We're now in the sticker sections where the robots will conveniently wrap stickers around these bottles so you will easily identify it's factory sealed and of course read that chart before eating anything. Whereas there's another technique too to add the labels one by one. All the bottles are labeled from whatever company they belong to and then piled up in the containers for the final bulk packaging. These mini jam bottles are filled up with the same freshness of fruit pulp and flavor to enrich your taste buds. Are those little nasty jam packets, you know? The ones at restaurants tucked next to the bread basket, bursting with fruity sunshine in one tiny bite? They're more than just sugar bombs. Might be tiny, but they're full of flavors to serve as starters for every meal. Also, these bite-sized marbles help stop food waste and make sure every spoonful is just right. Don't just watch the bazaar, build your knowledge. Hit the subscribe button and the bell so you never miss the strange secrets behind the world's most built bizarre adventures.